Sanstapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Narendra was singing, Sri Ramakrishna is listening. Fasten your mind, O man, on the primal Purusha, who is the cause of all causes. We saw this in detail in the last class, how that fastening various ways, whatever way we fasten our mind to a thing, especially of the divine and the transcendental aspect, our own real existence, the divinity, it immediately enters into the matters of the world. Our awareness is always filled with external awareness of the world and reality, that what am I? The divinity within is always shielded, veiled away, and I become either human or animal. In everyone there will be animalhood, humanhood and divinehood. The animalhood almost denominates and overpowers. It dominates, and sometimes we see it goes to the minimal level, and then we see humanhood coming up to serve others, love others, sacrifice for others. But seldom the divinity manifests. Divinity is total unconditional giving. Somebody asked Holy Mother, Sharda Devi, what can solve all the human problems? Mother says in one word, love, bhalobasha. She says in one word, all the human problems can be solved only by love and love alone. There is nothing else other than love. So when that love, which gives and seeks nothing in return, manifests, that love is the manifestation of divinity. When purity dawns and sees everything independent of our tendencies, there we see divinity manifesting. Which ecstatic love of God, in which a man forgets his own bodily existence and of this world, there we see divinity manifesting. Daivatva, Pashubhava, Manava Bhava has to slowly disappear from our existence. It goes with the Deha Bhava, and especially we have three bodies. One body is Yoga Sharira. The innermost being is ever united with the divine. Then, with bodily existence, mind and senses will be working. This is Karma Sharira. The Yoga Sharira, Karma Sharira and Bhoga Sharira, there are vasanas, tendencies, old tendencies driving us into the world. It wants to possess, it wants to enjoy. This is Bhoga Sharira. There is three bodies, Yoga Sharira, Bhoga Sharira and Karma Sharira. Karma Sharira we have to retain because what we have wound, we have to unwind now with the same work. What all bondage we have created, What all karmas we have created is by winding ourselves. And for unwinding, we have to do again karma. First we did with selfishness and self-centered entity. Now we are going to reverse it, completely giving up selfishness, working for others, working for God. Same work. The action is same. We don't, even in the householder's life, we don't ask or we don't expect anybody to change their life. Change the attitude alone. The attitude changes means the karma becomes yoga. Now you see, a householder has a house, a few children. If the house he thinks belongs to me and these children belong to me alone, then the karma, whatever he does to look after the house, to take care of the children, everything becomes karma. Suppose he knows that before I occupied this, somebody else this property was someone else. And after I go away, it will be again, somebody is waiting for the next to be his. So this doesn't belong to anybody. This will be eternally here. Then he understands, oh, this belongs to God and I am being given the responsibility of looking after it. I have to look after nicely with great love and sacrifice. I am only an agent. I am not the owner. God is the owner. I am just looking after. This attitude, being an instrument in the hand of God. I have right to give birth to a child, but I can never claim it as mine. It belongs to nature. Nature gave me all the required necessities to get a child. I was blessed to have a child, but I can never say it belongs to me because it's an independent jiva. So but I have responsibilities because God has put that child in my arms. I have to look after. So this belongs to God, but I have to, all dedication, love, sacrifice, everything is done as belonging to God. Then it becomes yoga, every act becomes a worship. Life becomes a constant sacrifice, yajna. So one is same, you are not changing any duty. You are not changing style of your life. Only attitude changes. The work becomes worship. So here you see the divinity manifesting. We dissolve the bhoga sharira. We retain the karma sharira as a worshipper of God, lover of humanity, universal love we cultivate. And yoga sharira, we awaken through ecstatic love of God, small spiritual practices day to day, few minutes, few hours, dedicatedly forgetting the world, and 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening. Just forget the world, forget everything. Be the Kevala, yourself alone. No past, no present, no future. Just for 15 minutes, God and you alone, in ekanta. That 15 minutes will compensate 22 and 23 hours, 45 minutes of being in the world. Whole thing it cleans down. That 15 minutes you dedicate to God. You see, this is how we awaken the yoga sharira to be ever united with God, ever united with nature, ever united with all beings. In yoga, we expand our mind to be one with nature, our heart to be one with all beings, and our awareness to be one with God. And do the physical exercises as a practice for day-to-day life to continue for all through. Here we see manifestation of divinity. Here we see the Yoga Sharira is being awakened. The Bhoga Sharira slowly, unattended to, slowly goes away, dissolves by itself. Nothing to be done. You need not fight with Kama, Krodha and all that. They will drop away by themselves because you are elevating yourself to a higher level of consciousness. Just like a child grows, how the child plays with toys. It doesn't part even for a moment. Anybody wants, it will not give. Any other child gets, it will hide. That child, when it goes to college, he will never take the toy again and play. Because he has overgrown that period of childhood. So, like that, we grow. We cannot destroy the forces of nature. We can neither destroy the Kama or Krodha. No, you cannot destroy anger. You can overcome. You can grow beyond it. Like child growing. You will not play with that again. Like that, it is called transcendence. We transcend and go beyond. None of the forces of nature can be destroyed. You can grow beyond it. And all these things look so small, petty things of life. So this is how we dissolve the Bhoga Sharira, awaken the Yoga Sharira, and be one with all beings, be one with all existence, be one with God, be one with nature. How expanded you feel yourself. You feel your whole world is yours. Everyone is my related. Actually, in fact, all beings are interconnected. Nobody is individually separate from each other. The separation is only a imaginary thing, a delusion, an illusion. It is not reality. There can never be separation. All beings, living beings, are interconnected, and nothing can escape from this universe. Where will you go? From one place to another, from one body to another body. You have to be somewhere, and we are all linked by our consciousness. We are conscious, pervading everything. So that oneness always, at the root, you see, there is a pond. In pond, you see a beautiful lotuses coming up. Fine, here itself we have pond in the Holy Mother's rock. In that, so many lilies, so many lotuses grow. And if you see each lotus looking at other, he is coming up, he is fading away. Look at me. Each looks at other and smiles, laughs, weeps. Everything is happening, thinking they are all different from each other. Just to hold suppose the lotus sees where from it is coming. There is only one root. There is one bulb at the bottom, one root. All below the water level, they are all one. One grounded in the earth and in the water. Above the water, you see the difference. Within the water, if you go and see, it is one root, many leaves, many flowers. This oneness at the bottom, if you go deep within yourself, beyond the body-mind complex, external, you will see we are all one at the root. We are rooted in God and spread out through each of the body. That's why we cannot stay not even a single day without sleeping. In sleep, we leave the physical body, enter into dream state, leave the mind and senses, enter into deep sleep, leaving all our knowledge and everything there in seed form. We separate from the causal body also. we are alone. We expand in universal consciousness, where all jivas go and expand at night when they sleep. We are all one there, projecting through different bodies. How we have to go back to our roots every day. We cannot remain more than not even a single day. Vigilance is very difficult. 1 or 2 days, somehow you may survive, but without going back to your home, where we are all one, you cannot survive. You cannot remain long identified with this physical body. There you see, we are all one. That interconnectedness is experienced in the second stage of the deep sleep, when we are one with the cosmic consciousness. Every day we experience that. So here we see the total manifestation of divinity, when the same, if you can expand your consciousness to higher levels of consciousness. Now we are passing through 3 levels of consciousness: waking, dreaming, and deep sleep, unrelated to each other. Deep sleep has nothing to do with the dream or waking state, nor waking state has anything to do with the dream state or deep sleep. They are independent, unrelated to each other, but we are passing through the 3 layers of consciousness. Can you expand further and go beyond? Then it is, we call it Turiya. Beyond the 3, Chaturiya, the 4th stage of expansion. Here you see what is substratum of this universe, substratum of all living beings, the source and culmination of all lives. We see that, which we call God. We experience directly, just like we experience when we come out from dream to waking state, how we feel that dream was unreal, a play was going on of the mind. Like that, when we expand further to higher levels of consciousness, we see the whole world was just a play going on. And one God was manifesting as many. Just like one mind creates a huge universe, dream world. And except mind, nothing is there. The tiger, the house, everything is mind alone. Like that you see only mind there, nothing else. So this is how we see. This how slowly, beautifully, like a flower. Where is the flower? Where is the bud? Where is its existence? Where from it came? We saw you put a seed. In the seed there was no flower, no fruit, nothing. All were involved state. And that started evolving. How that beautifully flower emerges out, you see, from nothing. Even 2 days before you cut the whole plant and see, you will not find that flower at all. But how it manifests, you see. A bud slowly appears. The bud grows. The flower blooms. What a beautiful system, you see. Same way, exactly same way. The divinity is involved. It evolves now back. Just like a flower blooms, your divinity slowly shines forth. It beautifully blooms to the fullness which experience in waking state, one with all that exists, one with God. Eternal oneness. Here first time you touch the eternity and infinity, beyond space, beyond time. Till then, we are in the realm of Maya, bound by the time and space. The whole universe is time-space continuum. Millions of universes appear and disappear in the absolute existence. which we call Brahman. Each universe is a small speck in the infinite existence. So, such a vast universe in which we are staying is just a small, insignificant speck when we come to the absolute existence. So here we see, slowly we move from our bodily identity to the pure spiritual identity and recognize, get back our lost identity, because just because of our identification with physical body, we have lost that identity, the real identity, I am divine. And we gain back that lost identity. Then you'll know that I am immortal. Immortality, amritatva, you get only by knowing who you are, that you are passing from waking state to dreaming to deep sleep. Who is passing through when you recognize? In waking state, I identify physical body. In dream state, I identify dream body. In deep sleep, I don't even know whether I exist or not. With the shunyata, absence of all things, we identify. Who am I in this body? To know myself, independent of this bodily existence, we call it Atma Jnana. Just like we sleep, we turn inward and go. This is sleep, this is meditation. In meditation, we dive within or we sink within to the innermost core of our existence, which we call heart of man. Just like heart of universe, heart of this earth. At the heart of this earth, the temperature is 2000 Celsius. When we say heart is centermost point, like that centermost point where my three bodies, gross, subtle and causal, are mounted upon. The pivot of my whole bodily existence, we call heart. There we meditate on the divine. And there we see the whole thing. What is, this is microcosm, that is macrocosm. Universe is macrocosm. Myself is a microcosm. They are built on the same principle. So there are also gross, subtle and causal. Here are also gross, subtle and causal. Beyond is the absolute. Beyond is the absolute. Narendra is singing. Yes, last class we saw causes of all causes. The stainless one, the beginningless truth. How you see, what are the terms that, because it cannot be known, it cannot be what is beyond this universe. What am I independent of bodily existence? We cannot express, we cannot know. Within time and space, anything we can understand. Beyond time and space, we cannot conceive anything. Senses cannot perceive, mind cannot conceive, intellect cannot discern. Just like a blind man, he can never know what is light. He can never know what is seeing. He has all the remaining four senses. Only eye, sight, he doesn't have. So he can never know what is world looks like, what is meant by colors, shades, difference in colors, how the world looks with the eyes, he can never know. When he gets, by grace of God, if he gets eyes, he will see. He will see light. He can ask, where is light? We say it is everywhere. He touches his, moves his hand, says, where is the light? I am not able to see. The senses which he has cannot perceive. We can never explain what is light to him, what is seeing, how the world looks. Nothing can be told to them. He sees from birth to death only darkness. Our state is also same. From birth to death, we never see God. But one day we transcend and go beyond the bodily identity. Then first time you will be, suppose by grace of God or some means you get back your eyesight, or some medical aid brings back the eyes to him and he sees the world how it looks. Same way, we cannot conceive, but it is there. We experience it. And it is our birthright to see, experience and know what is beyond, what is God, what is within. So here he uses the term stainless one. Everything can be stained. Our mind can be stained. Our body can be stained. All these objects can be stained. Just put a color, it gets stained. But space you cannot stain. Space pervades everything, gives room for everything. Fire, it has given space to occupy. Fire cannot burn. Water cannot wet. Colors cannot stain. How that stainless, you see. If space itself is stainless, can you imagine the substratum of space in which the space also is an object? What it could be, how much stainless it could be. Holy Mother's heart is always considered as nirlipta, akashamiva nirlipta. Like space, it is stainless. This Chaitanya can never be stained. Similarly, it is beginningless. Everything has a beginning, because this is within the time and space, everything is governed by law of causation. Time, space and causation. This chair is here in this form, there is definite cause behind. I am like this here, there is definite cause. Why I am like this, why I am, there is cause and effect. Every cause gives birth to an effect. And every effect has a cause behind. This is law applicable only within the creation, not beyond. This law doesn't apply there. So everything has a beginning, everything has an end within time and space, not beyond. Beyond is, there is neither time nor space, nor beginning nor end. It is eternal, because time is not there. Time appears with universe and dissolves with universe. In the absolute, there is no timeless. It is eternal. When there is no time, it is eternal. When there is no space, it is infinite. So infinite, eternal exists, beginningless. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.